Chodesh Tov, a good Chodesh, Chodesh Mar Cheshvan. The month of Cheshvan was added on the word Mar before it, and Mar means bitter, but the same letters that make bitter also make Ram, to uplift. That we can use the bitterness to uplift ourselves, and we could turn the bitterness into an uplifting experience. And Be'ezus Hashem Yisparach, let's explore the Mahus, the essence of Chodesh Cheshvan. And of course, we have on Yud Aleph, on the 11th of Cheshvan, the Yortzeit of Rachel Imenu. So, according to the teachings of the Arizal, the mazel of Mar Cheshvan is the akrav, the scorpion. The body part which corresponds to the month of Cheshvan is the dakin, the intestines. And the chush, the sense which corresponds to the month, is that of reach, that of smell. And with the help of a sefer called the Bnei Yissaschar, we'll explore what that all means together. So in Tehillim, we have a few prakim of Tehillim which were said by the sons of Korach, Lamanetzeach Mizmor Livnei Korach. And they say the following: Lifnei Ephraim u'Menashe orira es gvurasecha ulecha liyeshuasa lanu. Before Ephraim and Menashe, we awaken your strength, your gvura, and it should go forth as a salvation for us. So there's 4 questions that we need to ask on this pasuk. The first one is, why did the Bnei Korach choose these specific shvatim? Why did they choose Ephraim, Menashe, and Binyamin? That's number 1. Number 2 is, why do they want to awaken the gvura? Shouldn't they ask to awaken the chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the midas of giving? Why do they ask to awaken the midah of din, of justice, of strength? And the third question is, why is the Yeshua dependent on these 3 shvatim? And the fourth question, these shvatim, in this order that it says here, Ephraim, Menashe, and Binyamin, are not mentioned nor according to their birth, because Menashe was born first, then Ephraim, then Binyamin, and they are additionally not mentioned in the pasuk in the order of how they camped in the Mishkan. So what's the order here? So in order to understand this, let's talk about the different Beis HaMikdashes. First of all, let's start with the Mishkan. The Mishkan was completed in Chodesh Kislev by Moshe Rabbeinu, and under his supervision, done by B'Tzalel, and it was dedicated in the month of Nisan. HaKadosh Baruch Hu instructed Moshe to wait until Nisan, until the month which Yitzchak was born, to dedicate the Mishkan. And at that time, the Medrash tells us that the month of Kislev came before HaKadosh Baruch Hu and said, but the Beis HaMikdash was finished in my month. Where's the simcha? I wanted the Beis HaMikdash should be dedicated in my month when it was finished. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu promised Chodesh Kislev that you will get a Beis HaMikdash dedicated in your time, and that of course was the dedication of the second Beis HaMikdash during the times of the Chashmonaim, that's Chanukah. Now, even though the Beis HaMikdash existed beforehand, the second Beis HaMikdash we're speaking about now, the main dedication was that of Chanukah, because up until the Chashmonaim, even when the Anshe Knesset HaGedolah built the second Beis HaMikdash, they were still avodim to Paras Umadai. They were still subservient to the other nations, as they say themselves, Ki avodim anachnu uba'avodeseinu, that we are still enslaved. So until the Chashmonaim recaptured the Beis HaMikdash, the second Beis HaMikdash, and rededicated it, that is considered the main dedication, and that was the piyus, that was the pacification that was given to the month of Kislev. The second Beis HaMikdash was finished in the month of Cheshvan, as it says that Shlomo completed it in the Yarech Bul. Bul is how the Torah calls the month of Cheshvan. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu instructed him to wait until Chodesh Tishrei, the month Yarech HaEsanim, the month of the strong ones, the month in which Avram Avinu and Yaakov Avinu lived and died, and also Sari Imenu. Wait until that month and dedicate the first Beis HaMikdash in that month. So of course, the month of Cheshvan came before HaKadosh Baruch Hu and said, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's not fair. We wanted so much that the Beis HaMikdash was completed in the month of Cheshvan. It should also be dedicated in the month of Cheshvan. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, I promise you that the Iker, the main dedication of the bayis, which will be destroyable, undestructible, will be dedicated in the month of Cheshvan. So the Medrash tells us that this month that we're in now, the month of Cheshvan, is the month that B'mheira B'yameinu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to instruct us to rededicate the Beis HaMikdash. So, Chodesh Tishrei, where the first Beis HaMikdash was dedicated, this is the month of Ephraim. Chodesh Cheshvan, which in Mirz Hashem, the third Beis Hamikdash Bimheira B'Yameinu will be dedicated. This is the month of Menashe. And Chodesh Kislev, which the second Beis Hamikdash was dedicated in, this is the month which is Shaykh, which is attached to the Shevet of Binyamin. So now we see that the order of the Psukim of this pasuk that the Bnei Korach said, Lifnei Ephraim u'Menashe u'Binyamin orara'is gevurasecha u'lichol Yeshua salanu, corresponds to the order of the months of Tishrei, Cheshvan, and Kislev. In Tishrei, the first Beis Hamikdash, that's Ephraim. Cheshvan, the third Beis Hamikdash B'Meher B'Yameinu, Menashe. And Kislev was the second Beis Hamikdash, that was Binyamin. So we still, even though now we understand a little bit of the order, we still have to ask the other questions and finish up. So, note though that all of these 3 months, in which the 3 dedications of the 3 Beis Hamikdashes, that the 2 that were already dedicated, and the 3rd which B'Meher B'Yameinu will be dedicated, are all in the months of the children of Rachel. Rachel Imenu was called the Akeres Habayis.